be saying hello a lot because I want to make sure that, okay, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, or happy whatever day you are watching this live stream. And I'm so excited to be talking to you about training smarter, not harder. Why movement and balance is important, right? Those two things, to balance them, right? I think the key word maybe is balance. I don't know. But yeah, so if you're watching live, I would love to hear from you. And if you're watching the replay, please say replay in the comments. Say, I'm watching the replay, or, Okay, so before I get started, I'm just going to make sure that everything is working, right? Got to do our checklists. There we are. I see myself, and that's good. And good. I can hear. Okay. So, where do I start? I am going to announce something at the end. I'm super excited to announce a little promo I'm doing next month, which is, gosh, it's going to be in like less than 2 weeks, if you can believe. Actually, no, it's going to be in about 2 weeks. But I like to talk about these things just to put these, it's good to know, right, what we're doing and how we're doing it. So where do I start? So I'm going live in my Facebook group, Mindfully Fit for Life, and on my YouTube channel as well. And I'm just going to tell a little story because I feel like this topic aligns with what I'm about to mention. Last Friday, so I was supposed to do my live stream last Friday, and then I had to reschedule it last minute. Something came up. It happens, usual schedule things or whatever. I rescheduled it for Saturday morning. So I'm getting all ready to do my live stream last Saturday morning, and what happens? At like 7:45 in the morning, my husband and I are talking, and he's talking to me right by the front door of our house. And I'm talking to him. We're talking about our day, la, la, la. This is what I got going on. And my husband sees somebody walking up the steps, right? We have where he was standing, he can see our front steps to our front door. He sees this person walking up our front steps, and he's like, I don't know who this is. Well, this person tried to walk right into our house. Yeah, he tried to walk right into our house. And first of all, I know you're probably thinking, why wasn't your door locked, right? We thought it was locked, but because we have this Halloween decoration, it was actually impeding on the lock of the door. So this guy tries to enter our home, and my husband is fighting for the door to be shut. He's screaming. My dog's going crazy. My daughter, who was sleeping on the couch, shoots right up because she likes to sleep on the couch on the weekends. That's her thing. Shoots right up. What's going on? My husband's yelling to call 911. And my husband's grabbing the baseball bat, right? It's just total chaos. Fight or flight mode is on, right? I talk about fight or flight and about, right? It's part of our nervous system, right? So we're all in fight or flight mode. Yeah. Somebody's trying to enter our home. Oh my God. And this was, to make a long story short, a homeless, mentally ill person who definitely was just not in their right mind, but we didn't really want to know, right? Like how or why this person, was trying to enter our home. We didn't want to really have this conversation with the person. So I know I'm telling this story really, really quickly, but, after calling the police, he eventually wandered away from our property. And the police came, and checked in with us, asked questions, and then told us that they had picked him up the night before. So he was already causing issues somewhere else nearby our neighborhood. Taking a breath there. And so, yeah, that's what happened. So that Halloween decoration is gone. So why am I telling you this? And I might change the title of this actually, because I know the title says train harder, not smart, or train smarter, not harder. I almost screwed that one up. I hope that's what I wrote. Yeah, train smarter, not harder. This is why it's important to balance movement and recovery, because am I going to talk about recovery right now? Yes. So it hasn't happened. Everybody's fine. Everybody's safe. I'm super grateful that I was up when I was up, when my husband was up on a Saturday morning at 7:45. You do not expect this in the morning to happen. Or in where you live. I live in Guilderland, New York, which is a suburb of Albany, New York. Pretty nice neighborhood, right? But hey, nowadays, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen nowadays, right? It's just different times. But what do you think that did to our nervous system? I would love to hear you comment on that. Yeah, I would. What do you think? I know no one's live right now, but that's okay. If you want to answer on the replay, please do that. So it's going to be exactly a week tomorrow this happened. So my body is sort of like, it doesn't know what to do. I think it's probably going to be on high alert tomorrow morning, just because with any sort of trauma, right? If you've experienced any trauma in your life, which you probably have, you know that there's residual. So I'm just going to say, I have not been sleeping well all week. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I'm going to be transparent. I have not been sleeping well all week. I've been having emotional moments just out of the blue. I've been feeling unsafe at moments in my home. I'm much better now. And talking to my husband, he's been having similar, not sleeping well. We have been locking and bolting our door. Not that we never locked our door before, but, have we been lazy about it? Sure. But we always lock it at night, obviously. Usually, yeah, we always lock it at night. That's just a given. We never keep our door unlocked when we go to sleep, right? When we're our most vulnerable. So, and this has happened to me before, not happened to me, but I've had other traumatic experiences where it jacked up my nervous system so much. And I have to just tell you, I was letting myself recover. I did do some workouts just to get some of the energy out. But because I wasn't sleeping well, I knew, gosh, you know what? Doing a high intensity workout is probably not going to be a good idea for me right now, because I'm so jacked up. And sometimes, that might calm a person, or you may think that calms you down, or that's what you need, right? I mean, I think going for a calming walk, there you go. I would do a walk for sure. That's a way to do it. But your body and your brain doesn't know the difference between this kind of stress and this kind of stress, right? Stress from exercise and stress from crazy situations like the one I just talked about. So, I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I'm kind of going off my notes right now, because I just feel like this was really important to say. That whenever you go through an experience where you feel threatened, fear for your life, okay, or fear for somebody else's life, right? It's just a very, very chaotic situation. Are you giving your nervous system time to regulate, decompress? And let me just ask you that. When you go through stressful times, do you do things to manage your nervous system? Let me know in the comments. So, oh gosh, I have to sign in again. Sorry. So I'm going to be, just telling you from my story. You know, my brain has been out of it. Okay. So we're so used to thinking more movement, better results. Right? I get it. But sometimes the secret to getting stronger, and perhaps in my situation, not just stronger, but re-energized, right? It's not about doing more, it's about doing less. It's knowing when to rest. And for me, I had to just really check in and be like, you know what? I don't need to do a crazy strength endurance workout right now. I'm going to do some restorative yoga is what I did yesterday. I was jacked up yesterday and I had clients to see, right? You have to work, right? You have to go on with your day. So I had to take care of myself and I did some really gentle restorative yoga. I was just like, that's what I'm going to do. And there was a poll in August of 2023 by the American Institute of Stress that said 77% of people report feeling stressed that affects their physical health regularly. Now that's a statistic from the American Institute of Stress. It was an August 2023 poll. 77% of people report feeling stress that affects their physical health, body health, and I'm sure it's mental and emotional, right? So, you get stronger not just during your workout, but you actually get stronger when you're resting because you're letting your body repair. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You don't get stronger during your workout. I mean, you do, right? You do. You're working your muscles, you're working your heart, absolutely. But the real results happen is when you are letting your body rest and repair itself. All right, let me know if that makes sense. And rest isn't quitting. It's not quitting. It's part of the progress. It really is. It's part of your plan. And that's what I tell my clients all the time. Are you resting? Are you giving your muscles time to rest? Oh my God, you just lost your job. Oh my God, are you resting from that? Somebody just tried to get into your house. Are you resting from that? Like, are you recuperating? Is this making sense? I don't care if you put a gazillion yeses or nos in the comments. I want to know. So I could probably just stop it right there. Like, that's why it's so important, right? And ways to recover, right? Yeah, I mentioned yoga being one of them, but if yoga is not your thing, that's cool. That's totally cool. Self-myofascial release, which is using tools like foam rollers, massage guns, therapy balls, things like that are going to inhibit any overactive, just jacked up muscles and tissues. It's really more for connective tissue. Connective tissue is the fascia, which is like the saran wrap that wraps from head to toe of your body around your muscles, your ligaments, your bones, your organs, right? And those are the things that get the knots, right? Those are the things that get those knots, when you get a massage and it's like, ooh, I found a little knot, gotta work it out. That is what is causing the tightness, is restricting movement, right? So you need to give that body, part of your body, some time. Your connective tissue is connected to your nervous system, by the way. It is. It's very connected to your nervous system. You can totally Google that one. So yeah, I'm going to stop right there with that one. So with movement, and I'll recap all of this. With movement, consistent movement, because I talk about consistent movement all the time, being consistent with strength training, being consistent with this, right? But yeah, am I adding another thing to your plate? No, I'm not, because they all go hand in hand, right? Movement keeps the body strong, joints mobile, and your energy, right? And that can be walking, stretching, strength training, or your program, whatever program you're doing, your weekly workouts, whether it's at your gym or with me. But it doesn't have to be high intensity. So right there, if you're like, oh, but I gotta move, even with stressful times, I get it. Sometimes movement helps move that energy, and I'm the same way. But make it gentle, okay? Make it like walking and stretching, maybe some foam rolling, right? So that you are letting your body and the muscles and the tissues repair and rest. All right, so moving along here. I hope all of this is making sense. Tell me in the comments if this is making sense to you. So here are some signs of you may need a rest day. All right. Like for me, for instance, from that incident that happened earlier, let's say, I need to just freaking slow down. Right. I need to just slow down. And sign of that could be moods, right? Your mood has changed. You're a little agitated, a little stressed. Maybe you're super tired. You're so fatigued and low energy. You're sore. Soreness. Soreness is okay, but if it's all the time, you need to take a step back. You don't want to be sore every day, and you don't want the soreness to be like draining you of your energy. So when you work your muscles, there are these micro tears that happen naturally. It's just what naturally happens. And then when we rest our muscles, they are able to heal and be ready for more. All right. So when you work the muscles, there's micro tears. That happens naturally. It's a natural process. It's not bad. It's a natural thing that your body does when you are, working your muscles. And then you rest them. And then when you go back to it, your muscles are like, all right, let's do this, right? So your body, here we go. Your body can only build what you give it time, when you give it time to repair. I'm going to say that again. Your body can only build, right? Build strength, muscle, when you give it time to repair. All right. So, yes. All right. Just pausing there for a moment, because I'm going to tell you what, I've been doing a lot of pauses this week. Taking lots of pauses. Yeah. Also, like drinking lots of herbal tea too. Like if you drink like ginger tea, even if you put a little honey in it, because I like my tea plain. I know I'm digressing, but ginger is a natural anti-inflammatory and it's calming. Yeah. So I've been drinking a lot more of herbal teas, like afternoon stuff, because, you don't want to get all jacked up later in the day, then you won't sleep. All right. So here are just, here are some simple strategies I can give you. Really simple. Listen to your body's cues, energy levels and soreness, mood changes. What kind of mood have you been in? Plan rest in your schedule, and then rotate your workouts. Like, what are you doing? Strength, mobility, right? Rotate them around and, work it with that way. Yeah. So listen to your body's cues, plan those rest days in your schedule, and then rotate your workouts, change some things up. And, you know, if you're like, I don't know how to do that, Liz, or, you know, I mean, you know how to do it, you do. But if you need support in that, that is what you'll find in my Stay on the Move program. So my Stay on the Move monthly membership program, it's where it's both movement and recovery right into a weekly plan so that you never have to guess what your body needs next. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so, and what's cool about that, right, is I've mentioned in my Stay on the Move monthly membership is that you get access to an app, right, which gives you the tracking of your workouts and progress, your accountability, and all the workouts. Okay, so you might want to inquire about that. Yeah, because, you know, people who are on that program now have been doing my program, they've been benefiting tremendously. And I see people, you know, and it's like, they tell me like, Liz, you know, I didn't do today's workout because, you know, I really needed to rest. I had a crazy day yesterday. I'm going to get to that workout tomorrow. And it's like, all right, cool. You know, but there's going to be a time where you're going to feel more confident. You're going to know what to do, right? Because that's what the program is going to teach you. It's going to teach you that. And you have access to me. You get a monthly one-on-one 30-minute call with me, a check-in, right? Additional accountability, right? You need that in order to keep going, especially when you have rough days. Like, and I hope you didn't have the day I had, you know, last week. So, yeah, and I really appreciate you all listening to that. So, if you want to find that balance, join my Stay on the Move program. You're going to get personalized workouts, accountability, and built-in recovery, right? I'm going to give you different things to use to incorporate into a recovery day so that when you go back to your workouts, you're going to feel stronger and more energized. And I have this really great offer I'm doing. So if you sign up by November 1st, even before that, if you're like, I'm ready to sign up, Liz, if you sign up before November 1st or by November 1st, I will be giving bonus workout content, meaning I will add these additional videos from my on-demand library, because you don't get access to my on-demand library. You get access to the workout library, the exercise library, as I should call it. I create workouts for you from this exercise library, but I have my own on-demand stash of videos, which is included in my monthly on-demand and my Power Up Your Strength program. But I'm going to be adding for the month of November additional workouts, videos. Mine, it's me, whether it's a stretch video, yoga, bar, strength training, whatever, you're going to get an additional one popped right into your weekly plan. And do you have to do it? No, but it's fun, right? It's fun and you can switch it all out, right? So I'm going to put the link in the comments of the video to sign up. So signing up now if you're like, you're ready to go, or by November 1st. Otherwise, after that, that's not gonna be the case. You can't get those additional things. So there we go. So I'm just gonna end this. I'm gonna give a question. And first of all, I wanna say thank you so much for being here, watching me, the replay, and listening to my crazy story earlier. There was no way I could have shared that earlier. It's like I had to really give myself time to process everything that had happened. So I really appreciate you listening and staying to the end of this video. So here's my question for you. I want you to drop it in the chat, the comments. What's one area you struggle with the most? Moving more or resting enough? I'm going to say it again. What's one area you struggle with most? Moving more or resting enough? Okay. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.